Interested in getting tickets to a concert or sporting event? Use SeatGeek and get $20 off on your next purchase with promo code OBERSPORTS. That's OBERSPORTS, OBERSPORTS.
What's going on, guys? Jacob Ober here. So, the Milwaukee Bucks season just ended. They are the NBA champions, and that means that it's time for me to start talking about the Green Bay Packers again, seeing as how the Packers start training camp in a few days. And unfortunately, though, for the Packers, there's a lot of drama entering training camp this season. And today there was more news reported that kind of added fuel to the fire. So, it was reported by Ian Rappaport that Davante Adams and the Packers have cut off extension talks, long-term extension talks for the foreseeable future, and there are no current plans to resume them at any point. Davante Adams is under contract for the next year. He is an unrestricted free agent after this season. The Packers do have the ability to franchise tag him next offseason, but it really looks like this is the last year that Davante Adams is going to be a Green Bay Packer, unless the Packers either sign him to an extension or they franchise tag him next offseason. So, the reason apparently that I'm hearing that the Packers do not want to re-sign the Packers are not re-signing Davante Adams is because they don't want to make him the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. And I think that's kind of ridiculous, honestly, because Davante Adams to me is the best wide receiver in the NFL. I mean, we've all seen his game. We've all seen him play football and be Aaron Rodgers' number one target. I mean, he's great. He's a great wide receiver, and I think he deserves to be paid as the best wide receiver in football. And why the Packers refuse to do this, I have a few guesses as to why, but honestly, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't make sense for the Packers to not do this. So one of the guesses that I have for why the Packers don't want to do this is because Davante Adams is approaching 30 years old and they don't want to commit to him long term. But at the same time, Davante Adams, he's not like a guy who's, solely reliant, on pure athleticism or anything like that. I mean, his game is extremely, fluid and skillful, and that is not a shot at Giannis, by the way. That sounded weird. Because, the whole run and dunk versus skill thing. But anyways, back to NFL. Davante Adams is a guy who's, like, his game is just so, like, pure and fluid. And it's not something that, is going to, decline with age to me anyways. I feel like Davante Adams is still going to be an elite wide receiver at age 33, 34, 35 as he is right now. Because he is that good. And at the same time, I feel like Davante Adams might not want to commit to Green Bay long term, regardless of the fact that the Packers don't make him the highest paid wide receiver. I feel like he might not want to commit to Green Bay long term because the Packers so far have not been able to get the Aaron Rodgers situation under control. So we don't really know what's going on with Rodgers right now. We don't know what's going to happen this season with Rodgers, and there is an outside chance that he is not the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers this season. So Davante Adams, I think right now is in a position where it's like maybe he wants to wait this season out. Maybe he wants to wait until the offseason or even, during the season. I mean, we saw it last year with David Bakhtiari, with Kenny Clark re-signing during the season, So maybe if the situation gets figured out by the middle of the season, maybe Davante Adams decides then to get the contract extension underway. But as of right now, things are just so uncertain in Green Bay, and that's really a concerning thing for me because, we're not really used to this level of uncertainty from Green Bay. I mean, we're not really used to it. The Packers are a team that's, generally able to get everything done by June, and I mean, we generally have a great idea of what the team's going to look like by then. And really, this year, it's kind of like, well, what's going on here? I mean, it's only a few days until training camp. We don't know if Aaron Rodgers is even going to be the quarterback for the Packers this year. I mean, I'd still bet money that he is, but there's still an outside chance that he isn't. And, I could see him not showing up to training camp the first few days and the media just turning into a firestorm. Just everything just like scorched earth. Like, oh my God, he's sitting out. It's gone. It's over in Green Bay. The Rodgers era is over, I could see that happening. And it's a lot of drama. It's a lot of, stuff we're not accustomed to seeing in Green Bay. And for one, don't like it. I want all of this to get solved. I want to wake up one day and I want to see Aaron Rodgers signs 3-year contract extension to stay in Green Bay. Davante Adams signs 6-7 year contract extension to be a Packer for the remainder of his prime. I want to see all of that someday when I wake up. But so far it hasn't happened, and I was kind of expecting these situations to get resolved by this point in time, and it's just still all out there in the open. So we'll see what happens in the coming few days, because training camp is starting very, very soon. But, as for the Packers, refusal to sign him as the best, or pay him as the best wide receiver in football, make him the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, I really just, I think that's really dumb. I think it's unfair to him, because he was a guy who took a pay cut to stay in Green Bay when he signed that first contract extension, and I just feel like it's kind of insulting to him. He's played like the best wide receiver in football, so pay him like the best wide receiver in football. Feels like a simple solution. And yeah, I know the Packers are in a difficult financial position, but you have to do what it takes to keep this core intact. And this core can win a Super Bowl. It can win a Super Bowl. But you have to do everything you can to get this team together and keep them together for the next few seasons. Or else, we're looking at a last dance scenario with, Jordan and Pippen this season. If Rodgers returns for this season and Davante Adams stays one more year, this is it. This is it. This season is going to be it, if that's the scenario, if that's what's going to happen. And honestly, that seems to me like more and more the most likely thing to happen. So, yeah, it sucks. But hey, guess what, guys? Guess what? The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions. Oh, that was great. I love the Bucks. I'm very happy that they won the championship. But, it would be really, really sweet if the Packers and Brewers could complete the Wisconsin sports trifecta this year and win both of their respective league championships. That would be awesome. But anyways, guys, though, that's all I got to say in this video. I really hope the Packers can figure out this situation as quickly as possible, because I hate the drama. I hate the uncertainty of all of it, and I just want to watch Packers football at this point with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback and Davante Adams at wide receiver. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, go Pack, go.